Good afternoon, Dr. Bregman. How are you doing?
Good, good. How you doing, Linda?
I'm great, and I got to tell you, this week has been a really busy week with a lot of good emails. There are so many people out there, teachers, students, parents, and they're all wondering, should they go back to school? And it certainly is a major, major debate. And good arguments on both sides. So I wanted to read you this this letter, this email we've gotten from this very nice young lady who's grappling with the question on whether she should go back to college. And I'm going to read it to you right now. Dear Dr. Bregman, I'm a senior in college, and currently I'm debating on whether I should go back to my college campus, where I would finish up my education and ultimately earn my degree. I have so many friends there who I miss, and being alone at home is making me depressed. I want to go back, but I suffer a little bit from OCD, and frankly, I'm terrified to go back in fear that I may come down with the virus. I've already thought I had COVID about 3 times already this summer. What should I do? And this comes from Marcy, who lives in Houston, Texas. What do you think she should do? She's got an underlying problem here. She admits that she's a little depressed, which would be a reason for her to get out there and socialize and, do all the great college things. But on the other hand, she suffers a little bit from OCD, which is going to make her more vulnerable to being fearful of, coming down with the virus. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Well, Linda, this is probably a very common situation. My practice is right across from the University of Miami. I specialize in children and adolescents and the age of kids going back to school. And really, I have kids, they're at home because I do a lot of telemedicine, and they are spending a lot of time talking about this. So, and it's really is no right answer. It's up to the individual and some of the circumstances. In this particular circumstance, we have a young lady who suffers from obsessive compulsive disorder. We don't know the details, if she's getting some therapy or not, for that. We don't know if she's on any medication for this at this point. But we do know from the letter that she really misses her friends and she really enjoys the socialization. Now, OCD, if we look at it, and I've done other videos that people could look at in my YouTube, people have OCD traits. They check things, they wash a little, they're concerned about bugs or counting rituals, all kinds of things, but it's not of the severity. They know they're doing it. They could stop it. They could get it under control. They could have some therapy. They don't even really need any meds. But then there's the person who has OCD, but really the disorder. Now this is much more serious. And really, these are the kind of individuals, when they decompensate, they could get very sick, and they go quickly into the hospital even, they could get psychotic. Now, we don't know if this young lady has the disorder or she has the traits. We'd have to evaluate that. She'd have to work with her therapist, and her own therapist, if she has one, probably is working online like most of us are. So I think the young lady has to take into account the cons against and the pros. Now, against is, the virus is prevalent. Okay, we don't even know really if it's transmitted asymptomatically. So that's something that's concerning her. Then there's the pros. Well, look, all the socialization, going back to school, learning firsthand, being with her friends, missing out on a lot. So she has to weigh these things.
Good point. What about just maybe, like you're talking about all the points to weigh. I guess it would we don't know where she's going to college. Like, for instance, if she's going to college in Florida, she might be more at risk because the virus is spiking here, as opposed to going to college in North Dakota, where there's a relatively small percentage. I mean, that's huge. And if she is going to one of the hot spots, perhaps she could go online to college for just a semester until hopefully things calm down.
Absolutely. I think there's going to be more questions coming in for us about kids and with different circumstances. And I think what I can do to help with you is let's have them make up their mind from information. Let them decide for themselves, weigh the pros and the cons, speak to people that they trust, and come up with a good solution for them. And maybe taking off one semester till things calm down may be good for this young lady, and get involved in Zooms and things with her friends, because this may be too much for her. So
You're right. And I think, with a lot of our patients' questions, especially about going back to school, I think weighing your options and just sitting there and logically weighing, like you said, the pros and cons. And that way you will come up with a really good solution and feel good about it. I mean, here she is. She's a senior in college. I get it. This is the end of her college career. She wants to be with her friends, but again, she's got to weigh it. So really good advice.
If the young lady listens to our talk, she's got a lot of good things to think about.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
Talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Don't suffer alone. At Bregman MD, we can help with our years of online therapy experience. Just give us a call or contact us online.